It's unfortunate I couldn't get everything in those 2 videos, so we have to go one more video. 2-24, negative 3x plus 4. Again, we have a positive and a negative, positive and a negative. Negative 3x plus 4. There's 2 ways we can do it. I am going to go ahead and put 3 positive x's in the negative region. So that's 1, 2, x is shaded, and 3, x is shaded. And that makes it negative 3 x's, positive 4. And I'm going to shade 1, 2, 3, 4. Now another way I can do it is I can flip everything and unshade everything and do the opposite. So instead of having positive x's in the negative region, I can just have negative x's in the positive region. And then I can have these negative unit tiles in the negative region. Because what happens here is this is a negative 3x, and that's plus 4, which is positive 4, which gives us negative 3x plus 4. Or I can rewrite this as negative, so positive negative 3x, because I have in the positive region, positive negative 3x. And then I'm going to subtract negative 4. And if I combine these right here, that gives me negative 3x. And I combine these here, it becomes positive 4. And that's it. All right, so that's 2 ways to do it right there. Let's go on to B. And then we have B, which is going to be negative y minus 3. So, oh, sorry, I'm in the wrong one. Let me go ahead and erase that. It's negative y parentheses minus 2. So this tells me that everything is in the negative region. So I'm going to go ahead and do plus and minus. And since everything is negative, I'm going to put y, and that's a positive y. So positive y. And I have negative 2, 1, 2. And that gives me negative positive y and negative 2. And that makes it super, super easy. But let's just say I wanted to rewrite this in a different way. You can always flip everything. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to distribute. So I'm going to go ahead and distribute negative y and make this a positive 2. So now I can go ahead and do this. I can say that I'm going to put a negative y and positive 2 here. And what you notice is that basically everything in that negative region down here, everything that's down here is now up. So if you flip it to the upside, then you can do that, but then you have to change the shaded to unshaded. And that's kind of like the little trick. It's both meaning the same thing, but it's just kind of shown in a different way. Let's go to C. I'm going to wrap this up. And so we have negative y minus 3. Here's my mats. And negative y. Let's go ahead and just put negative y in the positive region. So there's y. And then I'll put 3 negatives in the positive region as well. So now I have negative y in the positive region and 3 negatives in a positive region. So that means that I have a positive y, positive negative y, plus negative 3. And then those positives can pretty much cancel out, so it's just negative y minus 3. And the second thing is, I'm going to go ahead and let me keep the y there just for fun. So I'm going to keep the y there, so it's a negative y. And then the negative section, I'm going to put positives. So that means that's a positive negative y, because it's unshaded, minus positive 3, because I have 3 positives in the negative region. But as you know, that becomes a negative y. This right here, negative and positive, becomes a negative. And that's negative y minus 3. So there's a million ways, not really a million ways, but there's so many ways you can write it. And the last one is going to be D. And that's going to be 5x minus parentheses 3 minus 2x. Almost got me there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a nice big chart so we have some space. Positive, negative. And we're going to go ahead and do 5x. Let's just put 5x down. 1. Oops, a little too big, a little too small, but you get the gist. 2, 3, 4. X is positive, and 5. Really hard to shade in, but these are all shaded in. And in the negative region, I'm going to have 3. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to have negative 2x's. 1, 2. So again, I have 5 positive x's. And then in the negative region, I have positive 3 and negative 2x. And then if I wanted to switch things up, I can also do this. I can put the 5x's there. I'm going to leave the 5x's there. Or do I want to get crazy? And I'll put the 5x's down here. And I'll leave them unshaded. And if I do that, that means that this is a negative 5x. All right. And then I'm going to have this negative. I know that this is going to be a negative 3. So I'll just put 3 negatives up there. So that's going to be negative 3. And then this is positive 2x. So I'll just put an x up here around it, an x up here around it, and then we'll get there. So what does this really say? It says, and I'll put this in blue, so I'll put this all in blue, negative, parentheses, 5x, plus negative 3 plus 2x. And what that does is that gives us positive 5x because the 2 negatives here, and this becomes negative 3, and this becomes plus 2x. Now realize that this is a negative 3 and a negative 2x. All right, so that makes it positive. So these are both the same way. Again, all my x's on the bottom can also go to the top as long as you shade or unshade. And my 2x's here are unshaded, but now I bring them to the top. They are shaded. And my 1's here are down below, and they are up there. So again, shaded, unshaded if you change areas. All right, that's pretty much it. We are going to end there. I hope you have a great day.